Hello, and on this video, we will be talking about the Space Challenge Missions Review as well as the scoring. I am Dr. Valerie Bennett, the Scholastic Motivation Robotics Ministry Coordinator. So, as a short review, just to remind you about the 7 awards that we have available. We have 4 that are available under the robot category and 2 under the project awards category. And of course, the Robotics Award of Excellence is for teams that participate in both the robot competition and the research project. So, we will be reviewing all of the missions. These are short videos from Lego Education that we will play for you, and then we will go over scoring. So, the first one is Activate Communications.
The communication station needs to be activated so the scientists can upload data to the space base. For some reason, they can't seem to get the station online. They are depending on you to make that happen. Please hurry.
So, for this mission, there is a maximum of 10 points. You will get 10 points if the satellite is raised completely, as shown in this picture. And there's an opportunity if it's not raised completely, you can get 5 points if it's in a similar kind of halfway location as shown in this picture. All right, so the next mission is called Assemble Your Crew.
For a successful mission to Mars, you need to assemble the right astronauts for the job. The most important member of any crew is the flight commander. You need to identify the flight commander from the mission specialist. Retrieve the commander from the lunar flight base, and then prepare for launch. Don't delay.
Okay, so how is this scored? So for this one, you have to keep in mind that the crew can be on either side at the start of the match. So you have to make sure your robot can identify the correct crew member to retrieve. So if this is done properly, you will earn a maximum of 10 points. And I have pictures below to show where you need to bring the crew member back to home base. So here's an opportunity where you can get the full 10 points. Or if you're not there, or if it's not there completely, you can get 5 points. But if the crew member is not brought back to home base, you won't be able to earn those points. So here is our next mission, free the MSL robot.
The MSL robot is used to roam Mars' surface on many different missions. While it was climbing a steep slope, it got stuck and needs help to get free. You are the only one who knows how to free this expensive robot from the slope and return it to its mission. Be careful.
So how is this scored? Well, we have a maximum of 10 points. And you will get that 10 points if the MSL robot is pulled out of the crater and must travel down the incline and return to the surface of Mars. So you can't earn partial points. So there's 5 points if your MSL robot is pulled out of the crater over the incline but not onto Mars' surface. It doesn't quite make it. Also, you can get 5 points if your MSL robot is pulled out of the crater, travels down the incline, and is actually on the surface of Mars, but some of that robot is actually in the black area or considered to be outer space. So you can get 5 points if you have part of that robot that is actually kind of lagging into the outer space area. And the 0 points if the MSL robot does not travel down the incline. Some teams may try to just pick the robot up and just place it down onto the Mars surface, but this is not allowed. it must actually travel down the incline onto the Mars surface. So let me show you a few pictures. So this picture here shows the MSL robot that's been picked up by the robot, travels down this incline, and is safely onto Mars surface. So here are some examples of what I mean when you can just get 5 points if your MSL robot doesn't make it all the way down the incline. So let's say your robot just kind of pulls it out of the back crater area and it gets stuck right there on the edge of that incline. This bottom picture is an example where it's been lifted out of the crater in the back, but it doesn't quite make it all the way down the incline. So your team would get 5 points for that. Here's another example. Let's say your robot was able to pull it down the incline, but somehow it gets stuck on the side and it's not completely clearing the area, but it must be in this front area in order for your team to get the 10 points as we see in this picture here, okay? So wanted to go over that with you. On to the next mission. Here's the
A
next
communication
mission.
satellite needs to be launched into Earth's orbit so that the space base can communicate with Earth during the mission. It's your job to make sure the satellite makes it into the marked area, and it is crucial that you succeed. Good luck.
All right. Now, how is this scored? Well, this is also worth a maximum of 10 points. So as you see from the picture, if the satellite is at the proper location here and none of the white is exposed, then you will get the 10 points. You have 5 points if it's not completely covering the launch location. And then, unfortunately, 0 points if you get it close, but it's still not covering properly the launch area. Okay, the next mission, return the rock samples.
While on this mission, scientists would like you to collect 3 rock samples and return them so that they can investigate them. 2 samples from Mars and 1 sample from the nearby asteroid Vesta are requested. Without you returning these samples, the scientists will not be able to make any amazing new discoveries. Get busy.
So how is this scored? Well, for this mission, for each rock that is collected and brought back into the station or home base, your team will earn 5 points for each of those rocks. So this mission has a maximum of 15 points. So here are some pictures of what we mean. So this first one shows all 3 that are in the station or home base. This one for 1 single rock is 5 points. So perhaps you may get 1, 2, but perhaps not all 3, but each one is 5 points, regardless of the color on the top. This one just has the red dot there, meaning that it was just on the surface of Mars. 2.5 points if you don't get it quite into the station, and unfortunately 0 points if you do rescue or get a rock, but you don't bring it into home base. Okay, the next mission, secure the power supply.
The space base is nearly ready for the rocket, but a power supply still needs to be secured. You have been tasked with this job. Find a way to get the power flowing to the station so that everything will be up and running when the crew gets there. Stay focused.
So, how is this mission scored? Well, this mission is also worth a maximum of 10 points, where your team will earn a maximum of 10 points if the power supply is raised 100%. In other words, it kind of unfolds like a bird, as you see in this picture. So this basically simulates solar panels. So they must be completely open, but you may earn partial points if you may get it started, but it doesn't unfold completely. So this would be an example of how your team can earn 5 points for this one. All right, now for the next one, initiate launch.
Everything is finally ready. There is nothing left to do except send the crew to Mars. You will be the one responsible for sending the rocket on its way and initiating the launch. We are so proud of all of your accomplishments. Safe travels.
All right, so this is our last mission, and you can earn a maximum of 10 points. So you get those 10 points if the outpost, that's what this is called, if the rocket leaves Earth and initiates the outpost and all three of those arms are open, all right? So you'll get the 10 points for that. But perhaps maybe, you don't hit the plunger hard enough, but the rocket does leave the Earth, but doesn't quite make it all the way to the outpost. So anywhere in between where that rocket may end up without initiating the outpost, your team will earn 5 points for that. All right. So to summarize, here are all the missions. All of them are worth 10 points except for the collect rock samples, where you can get 5 points for each of those rocks that are collected. And you will have a maximum of 75 points that your team can earn for robot performance. So just wanted to go over all of those with you, and good luck. I'm excited to see what you can come up with.